The World's End. It's a new film with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, and it is the third part of the Blood and Ice Cream trilogy. I'm not going to review it because it hasn't come out on DVD yet, and as you know, I like to review films that I have that I can watch just before I review them. And yeah, so I'm not going to review it, I'm just going to talk for a little bit about the trilogy. Now, the trilogy has certain criteria. It has to be set in Britain or England for a start. It has to have Bill Nighy in it. Has to have Martin Freeman in it. I don't know if Martin Freeman was one of the specific criteria, but he's in all of them. And it has to mention cornettos. It has to have a cornetto in it at some point, which is why it's also called the Cornetto Trilogy, as well as the Blood and Ice Cream Trilogy. The ice creams are also colour coordinated. In Shaun of the Dead, the ice cream is a strawberry ice cream, because it's red, and that signifies blood, because it's a zombie film. In Hot Fuzz, it's police, and it is the classic blue cornetto to signify police. And in The World's End, it's a mint cornetto, because that's green, and this is a film about aliens. Again, Bill Nighy is in it, and so that meets the criteria. And all of them are completely different. Now, what you expect in a trilogy, for example, Lord of the Rings, they're all fairly similar in that they are following on from each other. They are, set around the same theme, same genre and stuff. This is completely different. I have Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz on DVD. They're downstairs. I'm not going to go and get them. I didn't think to bring them up before I did the video, which was stupid, and I'm not going to go get them because I'm lazy. But they are completely different. They are sequels to each other. In terms of this being a trilogy, Hot Fuzz is a sequel to Shaun of the Dead, and they're completely different because obviously Shaun of the Dead is a zombie film and Hot Fuzz is a police film, and so they're completely polar opposites of each other. You can both tell that they're by the same people though, because obviously the actors are the same and the way that they're shot is the same. There's a lot of cutting. There's a lot of shooting between different people. There's a lot of jump cuts, basically, is what I'm saying. And that's a very stylised thing, and it works, and it also works in The World's End, which I went and saw last week, and it's really good. I don't know why I'm only talking about it now. I should have maybe talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's really good, and you should definitely go to the cinema and see it. Now, where it was filmed is it was filmed in Letchworth Garden City and Welwyn Garden City. They're the only two garden cities in England, as far as I'm aware. And my dad lives in Letchworth Garden City. They didn't film very much in Welwyn. They used the train station there, I think. They used one pub, and they used a road. And that was it. All the rest was filmed in Letchworth or in the studio. When I say in a studio, they only used the exteriors of the pubs that they used. When they were inside the pubs, that was in a studio, and so, you couldn't watch the film and go, oh, they're inside a pub that I've been in, because no, that was a studio. What I really wanted to do was I wanted to go round Welwyn and Letchworth and take photos of myself in all these different places that had been shown in the film, but my brother and my dad went, Tom, you come here almost every other week, you don't need a photo. And so I don't have any proof for you, which is a shame. And I want to do that, but oh well, live with it, I guess, I have to. That was very eloquent, particularly towards the end. But no, what they did is they renovated things into pubs, which weren't pubs. My dad went into a Wetherspoons, and it looked perfectly normal. When he came out, they completely changed the front of it. They'd made it look completely different, they'd given it a new name, they'd made it a completely different colour. That was a very surreal moment for him. They also turned the cinema into a pub, which was weird. Only the outside, not the inside, like I said before. But when I saw this, I was in Letchworth Cinema. And so they ran up a road towards the cinema, came to the doors of the cinema that I was in. And as I was watching it, and that was a very, very peculiar moment for me. And for everyone in the cinema, everyone was like, ooh, that's a bit weird. Now, the film is about a pub crawl. When they were all kids, they tried to do a pub crawl, but it didn't work, and so they're now trying to do it again as adults. And it's 12 pubs, and they have to go through these 12 pubs. It's called the Golden Mile in this town that they call Newton Haven. And, yeah, That's basically it. They're trying to do a pub crawl, but somewhere along the line they discover that things aren't quite normal. Things are a little bit strange. They've changed since they have been away, because none of them live in Newton Haven anymore. They've all been away for a really long time, and so, you know, things have changed, but things have changed very strangely and very dramatically and very peculiarly. Is that a word? I'm really not sure. But they do the Golden Mile using this map. I didn't just print this off for the purposes of the video. This map shows every single pub along the way, and this is the last one, the World's End. The last pub is called the World's End. Now you understand. The pubs are called the First Post, the Old Familiar, the Famous Cock, the Cross Hands, the Good Companions, the Trusty Servant, the Two-Headed Dog, the Mermaid, the Beehive, the King's Head, the Hole in the Wall, and the World's End. And they try to do all of them. Well, Simon Pegg's character does. The others give up somewhere along the line. But no, Simon Pegg sticks to it. You can understand why the others give up if you watch the film. Things go a little weird. But he tries. What I've noticed is that it's just gone very dark. I hope you can still see me. If not, I'll just put this on. I don't know if that's better, but oh well. Basically, what they did is, because they didn't give these out anywhere else. After the film, we came downstairs and they were handing these out. They didn't give these anywhere else. I suppose they also gave it out in the Welling cinema, but I'm not sure. I haven't asked anybody, because I don't know anyone that lives in Welling. But yeah, that was nice, and so I just took this down off my wall, because I keep it on my wall, which is big and extravagant, and you've seen it already, so I'm not going to go into detail about that. Yeah, you should go and see it. It's a really good finish, and you won't be disappointed. This has turned into a sort of review. I'm not going to give it a star rating or whatever. I'm not going to give it anything out of 5. But you should definitely watch it. And if you live in Letchworth or near Letchworth and you haven't seen it already, and you do, why haven't you seen it already, for a start? But also look out for all the in-jokes, because they make jokes concerning the UK's first roundabout, which is in Letchworth, and stuff like that. So you should definitely at least give it a go. If you like the first two, it's better than the first two. It's better than Shaun of the Dead and Hot Buzz, so you should definitely go and watch it. I was going to go out. I was going to go to Tesco and buy food and stuff, but then this happened. This thunderstorm happened. And so, yeah, I kind of abandoned that idea. Shit, you're getting wet. So that idea isn't going to happen.